Stefan Hadfield has always pushed himself to the limits. He's proven himself as a world record-breaking rock climber, whitewater kayaker and skier.
I was super fit. Like, I could do anything almost for as long as I wanted, because I was just fit with a lot of things too.
In February 2007, Stefan was in Canada to train for another extreme adventure, an expedition that would traverse from the south to the North Pole. But while skiing in Whistler, he had an horrific accident, falling off a cliff onto a rocky outcrop.
Stefan, how much can you remember about, or what can you tell me about the accident?
You pull the mask off.
I know why I was in Canada for the pole-to-pole training, and I know, not from memory, but from what I heard, as it was a ski crash, falling off a 12-metre cliff. I don't know exactly because I don't remember it, but from the story I heard, I hit my head and broke a lot of the bones on the left side of my skull, and I also broke part of my pelvis. And yeah, from memory, I don't know.
We didn't even know whether he'd survive, because when we were flying over to Canada, we'd get in touch with the cell phone on the way, and they're saying, when are you going to get here? Because we're not sure, in their lingo, we can survive him. In the first several days, we really didn't know what was going to happen, whether he would survive. And then obviously a huge question mark about, if he did, what shape he would be in. Yeah, they were very, very straight. The medical staff and the social workers were all saying this is about as serious an injury as you can get.
Stefan was in a coma for over 2 weeks. When he came to, he couldn't walk or talk. The prognosis was grim. Doctors predicted he would be in a vegetative state for the rest of his life. Before he could even think about getting back to the sports he loved, Stefan needed extensive surgery to repair the hole in his skull.
They've put this big piece of plastic back in the side of his head, and I guess that was the main impact area when he was skiing. But he's also had some other injuries as well, like there's a trapdoor on this side here you can see, and that was basically removed so that they could investigate and remove some of the clotting and hematoma and things like this.
Barely a year after his accident, Stefan tried climbing again.
I went and tried just the easiest route in the gym, and that was easy. So I just went through each one, the hard, next harder, next harder, next harder. But I made it to do the hardest one in the gym on top rope. And that was really surprising because I hadn't trained at all. It's just nice to be back doing it basically. Like, it's my love for life is about climbing. It's one of the main things. And it's just good that I am allowed to do it and can do it, and I'm not bad at it at all.
Can you rock it backwards and forwards, Steve?
Stefan is showing remarkable results physically.
That's pretty cool.
But as with many head injuries,
Failure.
there are subtle changes in his personality.
I have changed. There's certainly things that I don't do now, but also things that I've decided that I've done enough of the extremely competitive sport stuff, and I'm more keen to, rather than compete with people, to offer what I have back to teach others to help them improve. So to be a coach rather than an athlete.
How much more recovering do you think that you need to do?
I don't know. I don't know what I don't know that I used to know.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, I don't know.
That makes perfect sense.